Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment, where y'all about to get that live and that real review.
All day, every day. True entertainment.
For those out there that don't know who I am, you should by now. But if you don't, I'm J3.
Ronin Shogun. Ninja Assassin. Power.
What up, dog?
Chilling.
That was a loud one, too.
Yeah. Extra chi.
I was just watching the Power Ranger trailer. They got Chun-Li coming to the universe and stuff.
Fire.
She was getting it in, man. Thighs.
Shout out to Gemasaur. She's dope.
But anyway, we are here to review Wrath of a Man, starring Jason Statham.
And directed and written by Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie back in the building
Fourth
once
collaboration.
again.
Yes.
Fourth.
Amazing.
They do great movies together.
It's a good actor-director duo. And we get that with a lot of actor-directors. And this is one of them. This is on that list.
Most definitely. Definitely. This is a spoiler review, guys. Letting y'all know right now, we don't have time to be, beating around the bush. We want to come right out and spoil this movie and talk about the best parts and the worst parts of this film. You with me with this ride, bro?
I'm ready, bro.
So we like to review movies differently. We talk about good and bad, and then we just have fun with that thing. Ronin, where we going?
Let's do good.
Let's go into the good, bro.
All right, so first things first, I will say that I like this team up in this movie because it was more powerful to see Jason Statham really play a character.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing him play the usual typical action star guy, but he got to really give a performance there, and it was a great take on modern day crime epic. And you got your action here and there, but Jason was front and center, and Jason was leading star, and he played an amazing character.
Yes.
And was really carrying this movie on his back.
Yes, he did.
And I really thought that was a shining light, and it was a gateway in. And then to second that, Ritchie's directing when it came to narrative and then introducing all these characters and giving different insight on everybody. It was like chess.
Yeah.
I really liked that.
A great observation on that, because it really was like chess. When you watch the characters and where they place the situations and how everything came about was really, I ain't gonna say mind-boggling, but you really wanted to figure out what Jason Statham character was really trying to get into. You know? You were really trying to figure out, like, what is his motives? What is he trying to do? And the way Guy Ritchie directed us, it all played out. Nothing was forced.
No.
It was understandable.
And earned. Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, when it first started, I was on the fence about who he was, because in my mind, I immediately started thinking, like, is he military? Is he special forces? But it seemed like he came in with a more traditional, realistic take, because he was just a regular guy who had connections, but also trained in case something would come towards his family, like any type of threat or danger.
Yeah.
But they throw you in like, oh, this guy could have been the best of the best. Like, even when he gets his job, first to hire, it was like very awkward.
Yeah.
He went through the traditional routines. I love how they treated him like a normal man. But as the story went on, you start to see the progress that he's been in situations like this before. So to a degree, he was a professional, but he didn't let that be known because he wanted the job.
I love the whole back and forth, you know, a couple months later.
Right.
Afterwards.
I love that.
I thought it was really dope the way Guy Ritchie directed that, because that's how you break down new characters.
Right.
In a proper manner. Like, okay, we have the main storyline. Well, let's freeze frame right here and let's go back to before he entered the movie, and let's go a little bit further to find out this, and let's go from a different angle and find out that. And the character Bullet was actually our guide to me. He was actually our guide. Like, we're following Bullet because we're trying to figure out Bullet. We're trying to figure out, like, yo, what is Bullet really about? He's this guy. He brings H in, Jason Statham, and we're trying to figure out, like, yo, what are these two motives?
Why is he bringing him in? Like, why is he so open arms with him? Why is he helping him? Mm-hmm. Because, again, the setup is very traditional, and then it just completely 360s, because it gives you the notion that you have it figured out and that I've seen this movie before. But again, as you're navigating, Jason Statham makes decisions and makes choices, and then the story starts to make a different direction when we start to get a different point of view on what he's happening. And then now you start to understand, like, okay, he doesn't want money. He doesn't want this. He is after information due to something that's happened to him. And we'll get to that.
Yeah. So, another good for me, the gunplay. Jason Statham has a very phenomenal way of using weapons and very clever.
Yeah.
It was a scene when it was actually in the trailer, but he was throwing the money bags on, and then he dropped. He said, "Man, don't get too clever or something." He was like, "All right, I'm sorry, my bad." And he put the bag in. When he threw the bag, he shot the gun. Pow, pow, pow. Just the way he was in there, it was very John Wickish.
Diversion.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, he was coming in, sniping one-head shots, and then bullets. Like, what the hell? What the hell? What? This is a guy I hired. What'd you get? Oh, I was lucky.
And I like that. That's the part of the great directing that I like, because Bullet thought in his mind that he was a rookie. He's like, oh, this guy really IF'd up by trying to test him.
Mm-hmm.
And him throwing the bag was like, if I go and pick it up, he's going to shoot me. That's why when he threw it, he immediately shot after.
Yeah.
And then he did that to see what the driver looked like and what kind of gun he had. And like almost he was reading him.
Yeah.
Like you said, very little, but we got a lot. And there was no dialogue in between that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I like them because you learn about who he is through his actions. And this is why I like that kind of action style storytelling, where you don't have to say much most of the time. You just learn things through the physical actions of a person.
But that's the Macho Man stuff, man. That's that Sylvester Stallone stuff, man. Back in the day, Jason Statham said very little words, man, and he spoke a mouthful. You know, another good thing about this movie, it was funny.
Yeah, some dark humor in there.
It's funny, bro. Yeah. Like there's a character named Mike, and Jason Statham. We'll get into it. What else you like? Because we talk about the scenes. I don't want to get too much. I'm gonna say
I like the rest of the cast. I thought everybody played their supporting roles, and it was a nice surprise seeing Andy Garcia in there.
Yes.
Because he was not promoted in the trailers or anything. Mm-hmm. So him coming in was like, all right, we got actors in here.
And old boy from Burn Notice.
Yeah. Jeffrey Donovan.
Yep.
Josh Harden was in here. I was like, okay.
Had a nice cast.
Yeah, a nice ensemble support. Laz Alfonso, he was in here. Pretty cool.
So the cast was on point. The cast
everybody stood out. Everybody shined.
Very
Scott Eastwood.
Yeah. We gotta talk about Clint Eastwood's son, bro.
Yeah.
Man, this guy.
Everybody had their moments. And everybody came in when necessary. There was no contradicting like, oh, let's give this guy, he's the star. It was like everybody played their role and everybody came in when necessary.
So I would say this. Man, do I want to break down Scott Eastwood?
I'll probably save it for the end.
Save it. All right, word.
Since we don't build to it.
Another thing that was really dope about this is the music. It just blended so well. Guy Ritchie knows how to pick the certain type of songs, the score to run with these ass whoopings in these adventures. Yeah. And I just love it. Now we sound like spectators.
Hey, let's get it.
You ready to get into this bad?
I'm ready.
What we got this bad?
I don't have very much, but I will say there was one character that I thought kind of stood out a little bit, and I felt like we didn't get enough of him. I can't remember his name, but it was the character that was running the operation on the opposite side. He was kind of like the special forces team. They were the ones that were planning the robberies.
Yeah.
I wanted to know more. He was a family man, the Burn Notice actor.
Yeah.
I wanted to know a little bit more about him. I felt like they made him seem like a bad guy too quick, but I liked the reveal of who he was, because when we found out who he was, it was like, oh, snap. This guy was planning something. But we never really got to find out why, because it was just more about his partnership and his team.
No, we did find out. They said that the reason they were never bad guys. The situation was they got screwed over. They were military based ops. You know what I mean? They wanted to do something. They couldn't do anything. They were out of the field for so long.
Right.
And it was like, yo, F it. Let's go rob some shit.
Because in my perspective, I was thinking like, okay, they just wanted to kind of get back at society. And then also from his point of view, he was looking out for his team. But I felt like, so I'm glad you explained that too. But so then now it's even more of a bad, because I felt like they kind of just threw him in and then automatically made him look like a bad guy. When in reverse, we should have been like picking. They should have let the audience decide like who was really in.
I disagree, bro, because I didn't see him as a bad guy. It's just Scott Eastwood's character effed up, because they weren't never there to kill anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They wanted their cut.
Yeah, they just wanted the money. They went in to just have fun. It's a mission, and yeah, it's dangerous. Somebody could die, but Scott is the one who's trigger happy.
Right.
Granted,
money hungry.
And granted, old boy was the security guard, ran up with the gun, trying to be a freaking hero. Stupid idiot. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. But I disagree, man. Not saying that's your bad, but I think they explained it well, because the whole back and forth with the story was dope.
Yeah, and another thing, well, I'm gonna get to that too. I wanted to get more of a focus on him the same way we did on Jason Statham. That way we really got two perspectives. Kind of like a Sicario situation, right? Where you get the inside of the cartel and then you get the inside of the people that are going after them. Mm-hmm. So I felt like if it was like half of that, it would have been more of a different dynamic. But again, it was us trying to figure out what Jason Statham was going after, which was great. But the guy, the Burn Notice actor, was a very interesting character to me, where I felt like we should have got an hour of him as well too to balance it out.
Got you.
Almost like a cat and mouse, like Fugitive.
Like, all right, so separate the scene. I'll get you on that.
Because he was that good, where I wanted to see more of him.
Yeah. And he was because he was a sergeant. You know what I mean?
And then the final act was kind of his moment. Like, oh, we gonna pull this off. Okay, he's planning something big.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you. For me, a bad man. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not really. It's this movie. See, when you go into action movies like this, and you got this great story, and it's mind twisting. It's simple but complex at the same time. So it works. It really works, from the story, the directing, the action, the actors. It just all works. It's not a bad. I can't give it a bad because there's nothing that's bad about the movie. It's not perfect. That's the only gripe that I have. It's not perfect, but it ain't bad. It's just a good movie. Like, it's not a SS plus super plus A plus movie. It's not that. It's just a good movie. It's just good. I don't have anything bad to say because the things that you had gripe with, I didn't. I understood it very well. The way they put it together. Guy Ritchie, he did a great job with it. It was pick here, pick there, pick that. The acting was cool. We all figured it out. The guiding tour.
We went back and forth.
I didn't overthink the script. I didn't figure out the script. Granted, I knew because the trailers. Yeah, this has something to do with his son, but to find out how it went down was like, oh,
that was the exciting part. That was the
That's
adventure.
how it went down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean? They had this plan. They had this plot. You know, if I have to choose the way Scott Eastwood died, I figure he could have gave a little bit more of a fight, but that ain't really a bad.
I agree with that.
But
he died, and that was good enough for me. He had what was coming to him.
It was like you did all this, and then you went back home. I would have been gone.
And then you got paid in full. You got all the stuff here, and then just died. So you didn't even get to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
You went back home.
Yeah.
If you're going to say a bad, that is kind of like.
And if you're going to be that dude, man, like live it up and escape, go.
I would have been gone.
Yeah.
I'd have been out of here.
He had plenty of chances to do that.
Yeah, he just went back home, like,
right.
And with all this money, like, I would have been ghost.
But that's greediness.
That's the greed. But that's the greed and the cockiness of the character.
Right.
It's not really a bad.
No,
you know, that's more of what
somebody would do.
What I would have done. I would have been gone. But you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't have a bad, bro. I just have a nitpick. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm really trying to think of other bads as well too. Like that was just like my only little nitpick criticism. I got what I wanted.
The movie length was great.
It was very strong runtime. Again, like the characters are there. The organization and pacing was strong. The actors were on point. The action's really good. Jason Statham really stands out. He's really acting in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we take people like him for granted, and that's not even a disservice to him. I'm trying to honor him in the most way I can, like, because we say like certain actors of this caliber are in their same phases in other movies, but it's like, no, he's really playing a person here, and you really got behind his goals and his objectives, and you wanted him to succeed. And it was great seeing the different scenarios playing out as he was unraveling information the same way we were. It was like, oh, wow.
Yes.
That's what happened. Oh, this is what happened. So this is that point of view of how the construction site shooting went down.
It had a great.
We got one scene of it in the beginning.
It had a great
Who done it?
Who done it?
Yeah. And I love that aspect. There's a lot of good in here.
And they said a lot of birdseed because when you watch it twice, you start seeing birdseed. Like, oh shit, they said it right there. Oh, okay.
Very good mystery, of great subgenre, blend of dark humor, not really a comedy. Normally in Guy Ritchie movies, that kind of is the hyper tone. Like he brings in ultra violent hyper comedies, but you got subtle humor there. That was funny, but it maintained a very serious crime drama tone. We hadn't got that in a Ritchie film in a while.
Yeah,
that was new. So I was like, okay, this is a straightforward crime drama. There was a lot of twists and turns and a lot of surprises as far as storytelling goes for me. Being a Guy Ritchie fan, I like that he kind of went back to the well to his older days, like with his earlier British crime movies.
With that said, I think it's time. Wait. You want to go on? You want to give it a grade, or we want to go have fun with the film first?
Let's have a little fun with the film.
All right, let's get into some scenes, man. I'll go first on this one.
Okay.
One of the funniest scenes for me, or the greatest scenes for me, is just the way Jason Statham handled himself, bro. You know, it was that when they infiltrated the whole facility, bro, and who was this? His partner, the shy dude. Well, he was scary.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah. He was scared, bro. He was like, "Oh man, I dropped a gun and all this stuff." And then Jason Statham choked out mother's milk from the boys.
Yes.
And he got him, bro. And then him and his
the armored suit on
with his supervisor, and he was like, "What should we do?" He was like, "You do whatever the fuck you like." And he kept walking, bro. I was like, if that ain't the coldest shit you could tell somebody, bravo. I love that
because it wasn't his job. He's like, "I'm here. I saved you. I let you guys free.
Yep.
Do what you need to do. Stay out of my way.
I need to get this guy."
Exactly. And that was realistic. And then even the boss was common sense. He was like, "They're insured. Let's go.
Let's get the hell out of here, bro."
Common sense. Okay. That's why he lived.
That's why he got the fuck about it.
Yeah. I was like, I love the common sense denominator when it came to action scenarios. And Josh Hartnett's role made sense because he was a newbie. He was by the book and a 9-to-5 guy. He was just there for the paycheck and the benefits.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get his hands dirty. But Statham was on a mission. Everybody's reasoning was different.
He was going to die, bro.
Yeah.
He
and
did.
I love how he was able to see that crazy side of the job because he never really got his hands dirty. But he was with somebody that was in his corner that could hold his own in case it went down. So he knew he was in good hands.
Yeah.
He just didn't understand him. And that's why there was kind of this bro camaraderie, like when it was his first day on the job, everybody was trying to test him.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that life.
And I like that because it shows who he was as a person. Because again, Jason Statham, his character was very just simple guy, but up for the challenge.
Yeah.
And that's a scary person because you can't read a person like that.
And that's what Bullet was trying to do the whole time. He was trying to figure him out.
He was trying to figure him out the same way we were.
And it was at one point in the movie, I'm like, damn, is Bullet a good guy?
Yeah, because in the beginning, I'm like, all right, he's cool. He's showing them the ropes.
But when he got caught by them thugs,
I'm
like,
he changed his tune.
He could have killed them if he wanted to.
Right.
He was really undercover.
But then he knew that his cred was gone. Like, and then I'm pretty sure he had a family too, so he wanted to play it safe.
Yeah.
Get him in and get out. Get close to him enough to where I can trust him, but let him know when it comes time to explain to him, he'd be understanding.
Yeah.
But he was not understanding.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it's well, I don't want to keep going taking all the scenes. What scene you got, bro?
Give
me like one more.
I like when we found out about how the shooting went down.
How Dougie died?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
And how he was spending time with his son, and then we got to see the build up to that shootout.
Bro, tell me
that was crazy.
That was the most coincidental, effed up situation.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Dude get in a car accident. He calls boss. Jason Statham like, "I'm with my son." He's like, "We just need you to scout, bro. You say you need a job." He's like, "Word is bond. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get these burritos. I don't even like this truck, but I'm gonna get these burritos."
Yeah.
And then you're in the middle of a heist.
This was his only day off.
Then you're in the middle of the heist. Your son gets gunned down. Scott Eastwood is nothing but Clint Eastwood, bruh. When I tell you that the coldness in that eye, bruh, he has studied his father.
It's Dirty Harry Jr. In the works.
You can make a remake of Dirty Harry right now and give me Scott Eastwood, and I will fucking buy that movie. Excuse me for my language in this video, but I do what the fuck I like right now. Give me that goddamn movie. I want it.
Hold on. Before we go for it, I want to endorse this. Who's directing?
His fucking daddy.
Sold.
That ain't what I would have done. Oh shit! I want to watch that movie right now.
Day one.
I want to watch that movie, bro.
You heard it here.
I want to watch that movie.
You heard it here on J3 Entertainment. That's what we do. I'm buying that.
Give me that right now, man. Yeah. Clint Eastwood up there in age, man. I need that right now, bro. That's how good he was in the movie,
man. Because before he was just kind of like, all right, let's throw him in there. But like, Guy Ritchie gave him a character. He gave him some meat on that script. He gave him something to do. Deceiving, evil. He money hungry. You understood his motives. He's very believable. He was that guy, and just he was like, I want to get in and get out. Yep. Yeah. He played it well.
Man.
Yeah.
What else you got, bro, man? Because I can go all day. I can't wait to buy this.
I like the realistic gun shootouts. Almost felt like it was real time.
That whole setup was dope.
Very suspenseful, very terrifying because it was like, all right, this isn't just an action scene. Like, this is really going down. Mm-hmm. I like the tactical detail. I like how everybody had a different take on how they handled their weapons.
Yes.
Showed their professional background.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another good take on Richie's directing that I like too. I like the shootout scene in the finale when they got to the cellar, when they went back to the Fortico.
Yeah.
That was dope. Something to me that stands out is the sound effects when it comes to gunplay and gun shootout. I always get excited, and I feel like I'm there. I don't know what it is. I'm not condoning violence, but it's when it's executed and it's like poetic in these kind of movies, it's fire to me.
Was it the IMAX?
Yeah. And then it was the Dolby. It was the Dolby too, bro.
It was in it. Yeah.
I love that because it brings a reality to it. And again, this goes back to what I was saying. It didn't feel like a movie. It felt like it was real time. And when you do action like that, you kind of forget. And then when you have actors that can bring that tactical to life, it's something. It does something to you.
You know, it's crazy because the character Bullet, man, once they revealed who he really was and he was working with his old bros.
Yeah.
You know, and he became instantly a weasel to me. He was a weasel, bro. He took out people that didn't even know. They're like, Bullet, give me a gun. All right, here, man. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Twists
and turns.
Like, he was cold-blooded, bro.
And I guess he kind of had to be on his P's and Q's because when you're in this life of crime and things like that, anybody can turn on you. And that was kind of the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Because greed will get you killed. And that was the theme throughout the entire movie. And each character kind of showed that in different ways. You had somebody that was looking out for their family. You had other people that wanted money so that they can get out of their crappy life. And then you had a man that was on a mission due to what happened to his son.
Yes.
You had multiple different dynamics. I don't want to say numbers because there was a lot of different dynamics, but you had multiple dynamics on things that people were after and wanted for a better life and then for better, revenge. You know what I'm saying? It was personal and then it was professional at the same time.
Yeah. And to me, a lot of people had to die, like the whole facility.
Oh yeah,
just for Jason Statham get his revenge.
It was a Reservoir Dogs ending. Yep. Everybody got
everybody
differently,
got.
And then you got a closing chapter on everybody.
Yeah.
And I also my favorite moments were the Andy Garcia scenes, him being Jason Statham's friend and informant. Yeah. I thought he was cool because he played kind of like a Winston character.
Yeah, he was like, "You done?
Yeah,
I'm done."
He gave him all the intel, the insight that he needed, and I remember that was probably the reason of him taking that job at the Armored Security.
Yeah.
Andy Garcia was one that probably hooked him up and gave him the intel, and he was the reason for
girl?
that.
It was the girl that gave the ID. And
so
stuff,
I like that father and son dynamic, and it's always great to see Andy Garcia.
One thing I like about this movie is the fact that the way Jason Statham handled himself as the boss. Jason Statham was the boss, right?
Yeah.
And Jason Statham couldn't get any answers, and he said, "What do I do? I'll do it."
Oh,
that was the most gangster shit you could do.
And when he walked into the office and took the guys out, and then paid the dude to help him get back on his feet after torturing him, fire.
Tell me they ain't boss. He went in and he said, "Is these two twin brothers? They a little crazy. They into porn, trafficking, all stuff like that. Freaks.
Yes,
for sure. Who's this? Bow." Janine was like, "Oh my god, straight cold-blooded killer. Give the girls $200,000 so you can start their life over."
Gang.
Straight boss, bruh.
Respect.
Jason Statham character was the true. See, people, he's a
hero.
This might sound weird.
He was a hero.
But we need gangsters. Gangsters put balance in reality.
There's different levels to it.
And there's a level of respect with gangsters. And a lot of gangsters take their power and they take it too far, which they make themselves a threat, deadly.
You lose the honor.
There's no honor, there's no respect. This is what Godfather teaches you in the beginning, with Marlon Brando.
He's going there.
When he was there, right? That's what it teaches you. There's a respect level because the good tends to go too far up, and you got to kind of get knocked back down, and it's vice versa. It's yin and yang.
Okay.
Jason Statham's character portrays the proper way to handle being a gangster.
Yeah.
They go in, they do bad shit to live, but they keep the good on their toes, and we make sure no one gets hurt. But a gangster will be a vigilante at the end of the day.
Right.
If I feel this guy's a freaking freak, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to do what the good guys can't do because the good guys have an image. My image is already tarnished, but I'm in the shadows anyway. I'll handle it.
Okay.
And the way his boy Mike was handling, like, dude, we're gonna have a war, bro. You keep killing all these fools, man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, whatever. They need to die anyway.
Savage.
I haven't found the guy that killed my son. Everybody got to go.
And also, this was another great take on Jason Statham's character. He had a moral code, and he didn't kill anybody that didn't need to be killed. He only punished people that did things wrong to other people. So there was a fine line. And doing his job and then going after the people that needed to be put down.
That fool Mike was like, I don't think he knows, man. He was like, he brought his girl out. No. It's just this one guy. Give him $200,000 so he can start his life over.
Bro.
Get out of town.
And then another great scene was
Snitching got money.
crazy, right?
I love it.
That one scene was when they were driving in the armored truck and we're getting to the final act. And his friend, the guy that brought him in.
Bullet.
Yeah. He was basically explaining to him what he was doing and why he did it. And you could see the stone cold betrayal in Jason Statham's eye. Like, he was just like, why? And when he decided to do something, he didn't realize that he had been disarmed. I was like, oh, snap, because they knew that he was like ready to take him out and that he wasn't going to hesitate. So when Bullet found out, he had his team on site and on watch because he knew if he had told him and he was free, he was going to kill him right then and there and the movie would have been over. So I like how it played out and they gave us a legit final act. And so that action at the end meant something. Mm-hmm. And I love how they made sure Jason Statham understood the situation because I'm pretty sure they knew about his family too because they already got his son and then the wife and everything. They could have found her because these guys are good.
Well,
I kind of thought about that when I was watching.
They were, but he still was. See, when they killed old boy,
yeah,
it's gonna be hard to find because dad's under the radar anyway.
Right.
But
the fact that he was with them,
yeah,
and it's like now it's just like torture. Now we got your wife. We know you're not together, but you still have a bit of ouncing of things that you can love, even though you lost your son. You still got your lady, even though you guys aren't together.
Obviously, he's not because he bashed the chick that was at the thing. Yeah.
So it was great to see him vulnerable because, again, in a Jason Statham movie, vulnerability does not exist. He's going to win.
I really like
he overcame the odds in a believable fashion.
The two last things I want to say, because when I talk about the bash the chick, Diana, right?
Yeah.
Diana, her character, right? I like the fact that Guy Ritchie, because nowadays when you see a woman that is, she hangs with the boys, she does the same job as the boys, she's usually gay, right?
Yeah.
That threw me for a loop. She was straight attracted to Jason Statham. She just wanted she just into, a manly man.
The new guy?
I was like, yo, he went and handled some shit, and they was like, God damn. She was all into it. I really like the fact, because it takes you back to what movies used to be to a degree, because nowadays, it's easy to read. Guy Ritchie really kept me on my toes in this movie, man. He kept me on my toes to the full extent, from just character developing, action scenes, and story developing. It was just like, it was nothing I was expecting. I was expecting to see an ass whooping, which I got, but just the way the story and the characters played out, I just really appreciated that in this movie. And shout out to Jason Statham for ending the movie like Batman. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, another thing that I liked was the play out between the coworkers and then the job or environment, like the Fortico, how everybody was interacting and how we learned about who these people were and how it was just a job to some people and it was professional over here, and then others were like, oh, nobody's taking our position. What's this new guy doing here? So you kind of got this like that buddy action vibe, and then it turned into a heist movie, then it turned into a revenge movie, then it turned into a crime drama. Yes. So it just kept switching each act.
Like there were cops in there, and he was like,
yeah.
He's the guy, and they're like, yeah, but just let him do it. I said last thing, but I gotta say this, the funniest thing ever. So Jason Statham is a crime boss, but he robs armor trucks. And when his group robbed the armor truck, and he comes out, and they look at him, and they're like, oh shoot, and that's all it goes, bro.
They were terrified.
That unwrapped, because granted, he knew who it was because their setup was his right. ways. But the way it happened was just so dope. They was like, what the hell is he doing there?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's not questioning.
He got hired.
All right, I'm done with it. I can't say no more. I can't say no more. You got anything else, or you done?
I'm done, man. I think we did it.
Let's get this thing a grade, man.
Yeah.
Man, Wrath of a Man. I was gonna say The Man with the Wrath.
Prequel. Easy origin.
I'm gonna give this movie because it's a good movie. There's really no bad. There's no bad. To me, there's no bad. There's a lot of good, a lot of pros. It's just a good movie. But it's not excellent. It's not, oh my God, you just gotta. It's a movie you can enjoy with anybody. You can watch it with your girl. I watched it with my girl. We watched it, enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Jason Statham coming in. My girl has a little thing for Scott Eastwood. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was like, okay. I dig that. You know what? He is a handsome, a handsome champ.
Make my day. I understand. I
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Shoot, the way he was acting, I want to be like him too. You know what I mean? Shoot, hey, Dirty Harry, man. Hey, you know.
I like that pitch though,
bro. Hey, it's there. Spread the word, guys. You only get that with me. I'm gonna give this movie a B+.
Okay. I'm gonna give it an A.
Okay.
I got what I wanted, and this was a big turn for Guy Ritchie for me, and also a return to form. Nothing I haven't seen him done before, but it was good to see him go back to the well where he started, and then kind of give Jason Statham some shine as far as like a character piece movie. And I just love this actor-director duo so much. And this is up there with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch for me.
Yes.
And his heist genre of movies. I give this movie an A, man. Like you said, it's not a lot of bad. I had a few nitpicks, but I enjoyed through this entire movie. I got everything I wanted, and I will watch it again. I'm gonna definitely buy it too.
Yes, most definitely. It seems like the movies that have been underrated, they have not been really paid attention to.
I need
have
more.
Outdone the blockbusters.
Facts.
Like real stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking.
I need more of this type of genre movies from Guy Ritchie. I need more of this.
2021 has hit though.
Yeah.
Because Nobody was talking about Nobody, and goddamn, that was a hell of a film, and so was this one, y'all.
You did Wrath of Man. I need a sequel to Rock and Roller. I need a Rock and Roller trilogy, man. Please get the cast and crew back. I know it's been some years.
They could work out.
But I need another Rock and Roller.
They could be back.
They're all alive. They're all still here.
They're all still here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs this video up. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
I'm J3.
I'm Ronin Shogun, the Ninja Assassin. Power.
And we out.